are you feeling? Are you a little sleepy? Did you sleep well last night? Did you know that lack of sleep, well, it's detrimental to our health and well-being, really does affect productivity, decision-making, and you know it, our moods. We get so cranky. And business owners have an increased risk of interrupted sleep. And because it's Sleep Awareness Week right now through till the 7th of October, I thought we'd catch up with Suzzanne Laidlaw, business reformer and entrepreneur's mentor, to have a chat about why sound businesses require really sound sleep. Hi, Suzzanne.
Hello, Mel. How are you going?
I'm not too bad. How'd you sleep last night?
Very, very well. My goal is always to get around 8 to 7.5, 8.5 hours every night.
And is that a commitment that you've made to yourself and something you actively plan to do?
Yes. It's been many years in the making, but I finally cracked it probably, I would say, about maybe eight years ago, when I just realised so many times when I would be lured by, let's watch another episode of this, Netflix, or let's watch another episode of this, and I'd stay up, and then in the morning I would just feel terrible. And, I just realised that for me, to function in the best way possible in the day, I need to get really minimum 7.5
hours sleep a night. And I guess for those of us that have high pressure jobs or perhaps own our own business, sometimes it's easier said than done to turn our brain off once we hit bed to actually go to sleep.
Yes. Absolutely. And I think with business owners, because they are so busy, actually doing all day in the business, that often when they go to bed is the first time all day that they've actually just had some quiet time to think. And then all of a sudden their brain just starts going overload. And to be very mindful of how detrimental this can be to the next day, to lie awake for 2 hours, thinking about everything, is really important to actually put some strategies in place, actually to increase your quality of sleep and to be structured around it, but also to have some time aside in the busy day of a business to make sure you've got a clear plan, make sure you know what you're doing so that you can go to bed and just let it go.
So what are some of the things that we can do in the lead up to the time that we've decided, right, this is bedtime, lights out, let's try and get some sleep? Are there activities we can do? Are there things that we can do that will help us be able to just drift off?
Absolutely. As somebody who's in a busy role in their busy day, whether they own a business or whether they're working with other people in a business, is being very clear on what they're actually doing in their business, as far as having a clear plan, having structures in place to have conversations with key people regularly, because I think sometimes people go over in their head at night things that maybe they would have liked to have said, or emotions that are held up, whereas if you have regular catch-ups with team members, then they don't build up. You're complete with things. And then when you're at home, in your home time, some of the things that, I've worked with my clients and with myself over the years is turn screens off an hour before you go to bed. Stop looking at your phone. Stop looking at TV at the least half an hour. Have a nice sleepy time tea. Don't have alcohol. Alcohol is a stimulant. And, have this quiet time, dim the lights. Have this quiet time before you go to bed and make it into a routine, so that by the time you get to bed, you've had the conversations, you know where you're going with your work, you've got your plan for the next day, you've turned the television, you've turned the phone off, you've turned Facebook off, and by the time you get to bed, you've really ready to wind down and go to sleep. Exercise is key as well.
So maybe
doing exercise, yeah.
Yeah. So that afternoon boot camp or that yoga session, something to tire your body as well as your mind.
Absolutely, but not right before bed. And,
no.
I've done this mistake, played basketball late at night and come to bed and it's like, bing, I'm wide awake.
Yeah, that's right. So, your body's ready to go.
Yeah, doing the exercise in the afternoon or straight after work or in the morning, and then it creates that sort of, I suppose, that energy, that place to get rid of that energy, so that by the time you get to bed, you're actually really tired and you're ready to go to bed.
And achieving that 7.5 or 8 hours sleep really does give you that clarity the next day to sort of take on the day in a positive way, because when we don't have enough sleep, it really does affect everything, doesn't it? From the way our body functions to the way our brain makes decisions. It's not great.
Oh, absolutely. If there's lack of sleep, memory is a problem. Memory issues happen, and lack of concentration happens. In business, that is crucial. Mood changes also happen. We all know what it's like when we've had no sleep. We feel grumpy, and, relationships at work are harder. Also, if we're drowsy, there's more accidents in the workplace. Which, can be very detrimental if people are working in, risky situations. Also weight gain. One of the things we do when we sleep is our body's actually working, and so we lose weight. It weakens the immune system. There's lots of different things that the sleep, can affect us if we don't have enough sleep.
Absolutely. So those really important things: turn off your screens, don't watch your telly, say no to a couple of glasses of wine if you're looking for really fantastic sleep. Work out your body as well so that you're tired when you do hit the bed, and then maybe the flow-on effect will be better business relationships, stronger decisions being made, and just being happier all round.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you find that you get to bed and your mind is going 100 miles an hour and you can control your mind, there's free meditation apps. If you just Google sleep meditations, put a 10-minute sleep meditation on, and before you know it, you'll be fast asleep and think, what happened to that meditation? And they just will talk you through, relax your toes, relax your legs, relax your arms, focus on your breathing, forget about everything else, and then before you know it, you're fast asleep.
It sounds like a brilliant idea. Suzzanne Laidlaw, thank you so much for the chat this morning. I think we'll all sleep better tonight.
No worries. Thank you very much for having me.